God, it better work. It better fucking work. I don't know how many times I've had to redo this, turn it off, turn it on, every single fucking time. I can't do a stream. I literally cannot do a stream. The YouTube gods say, hey, you know what? No, no, we're not going to let you. If it's not YouTube, it's a fucking Wi Fi issue. If it's not a Wi Fi issue, then it's something else. It's an update. Okay, now I finally see it. Let's see how it sounds. Let's see how it looks. I don't even know. I don't even know if this is even going to stick around. How it sounds. Let's see how it looks. I don't even know. Oh man, I just want to find the nearest mall and change some lives. This is even going to stick around. Want to find the nearest mall and want to find the nearest. Okay, why is it repeating now? Change some lives. Okay, all right, there you go. Welcome to a live stream. It took about an hour and a half to start. I've been here fixing Wi-Fi issues. I've been dealing with miscellaneous problems. Apparently, Windows is telling me, "Hey, man, you can't stream because your Wi-Fi is the security is running out." No, no. Listen, if I want to join an unsecured network, that's my decision. That's not up to you, Windows. What I did is that I purchased you, right? I purchased the Surface Pro, and now that's it. That's the end of this. Maybe I'll update it, I'll do it, but it's up to me. When you force me to use your stupid fucking bullshit just because you want to make sure that I'm part of the hive mind, that's when we have a problem. Your part of the transaction ended once I purchased it and I brought it to my own house. That's when we had to separate. But instead, I have to deal with the BS. But at least you know what? I could see myself. I could relatively hear myself. I could see how it looks like. It looks good. We're good. Welcome to a live stream. It's Sunday, right? I don't know. I don't know if honestly because I know that I had to start a live stream and then YouTube said, hey, guess what? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, buddy. So I don't know if it sent the notifications out. I don't know if it kept the notifications. I don't know what happened. All right. So if I don't know if they even bother to put one on Discord. I don't even know. I don't care at this point. It's retarded what's going on with YouTube. I if it's not this, it's this. And you know what? I feel like honestly, if it happens again, I might just change some lives at the nearest mall. To be honest, I think that at this point, I'm one stub toe away from changing minds. Or sorry, not changing minds, from changing lives at the nearby mall, at Dadeland Mall. So let that be part of my manifesto here. You know what? As a matter of fact, let's open up Discord here. And let me send out a notification that way because you know what? That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. Notifications aren't going out on YouTube. Notifications aren't going out to people that press the bell icon. So you have to fake it. You have to fake it. And Discord, Instagram, and of course, Discord is going to download updates to make me part of the hive mind. Jesus. We rely on technology too much, my friends. We rely on technology way too much. Right now, look at how much wireless is in my vicinity. I have this, which is directly aimed at me. I have this wireless microphone, again, directly aimed at me. Let me move this away from this microphone to make sure that I'm not causing any interference. I have that. This is wireless. I feel like we're developing some sort of, we're going to have some crazy form of brain cancer because of all the radio waves that are around us. And that's not just me being a crazy Brad Christian and being afraid of Wi-Fi. That's me just counting. Look at this. I'm counting. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 instances of wireless communication that is in proximity to my brain. So what am I dealing with here? What am I dealing with here? Is that a White Claw? Yeah, that is a White Claw. I was going to bring a Bud Light, but Bud Light, I believe, has 120 calories, and this has 100 calories. So I went with this instead of Bud Light. I also just had one of those. What do you call that? I had a Gator Light, right, which is Gatorade, but Pedialyte, which has saved me from many hangovers. Today I was supposed to have a hangover, but that saved my life. Okay, so right now, Discord, right? So I'm gonna make a little bit of a fake notification on Discord to say, hey, I'm currently live. Go ahead and check it out because why the fuck not? YouTube is out here shutting me down. I'm the Alex Jones of magic, apparently. That's the way I feel. I'm being marginalized just because what? I'm a magician? Is that it? Huh? What, YouTube isn't a fan of Arabic, Cuban magicians? You're trying to hold us down? The big man is trying to hold us down? No, buddy, because I'm going to circumvent that. I'm going to circumvent the fact that YouTube doesn't show my notifications to people that press the bell icon and choose all notifications for all videos. Right here, Susan Wojcicki, all right, trying to take over our land here at everyone. And I'm going to write circumventing the YouTube hive mind and currently, I hate this fucking keyboard, going live. Check it out here. And I wrote here like I am a recent immigrant to this country. Okay, share. Let me go share so I could find the link, copy. I'm a boomer. Right now, I feel like I'm a boomer. I shouldn't be anywhere near boomer level when it comes to technology, of which I'm very adequate at. But unfortunately, this is what YouTube and relying on technology like this has me doing. It takes me 30 minutes to set up the fucking Wi-Fi. 30 fucking minutes to set up the Wi-Fi. Fuck! Okay. Circumventing a YouTube hive mind and going live. Check it out. Yes, I'm aware I'm sending a notification to 600 plus people. All right. Illusionists do it on a minute to minute basis. Illusionist is literally sending out notifications to me on a minute to minute basis about mugs and shit. By the way, use code PIGCAKE for 10% off Illusionist. It's not really a sponsor. They haven't given me money because I don't know if anybody's used the code. They're supposed to send me a percentage of that every month. I haven't seen it per se, but it does make me look good, and they're good. And I'm trying to be good in their graces. I'm trying to look good to Illusionist, and that's one of the ways that you can make me look good and encourage them to use me in projects, and/or maybe at some point add me to their massive roster of troglodytes that work for them. So straight cap, bro. Chipotle smacks. Chipotle is overrated. Okay, that's the title of this stream. I don't necessarily intend to talk about Chipotle, but Chipotle is definitely overrated, and I'll tell you why. Because Chipotle is food that you can make in your house. I get it. You know, that technically applies to everything, right? You can make everything in your house. You can make everything that's available fast food. You can make it better in your house. But it's different with Chipotle, right? Because you could see the ingredients and you could see, hey, I could purchase all of this and make this myself. The only thing that they offer is that they have it out. That's the only difference. They have it out, they have it prepared, they have it ready. And they're doing that in a circulating manner. You could do that yourself. It's not that hard. You could literally pick up the same ingredients and make a Chipotle meal with more chicken and more rice and more guac for pennies. Pennies on the dollar. So that's why to me Chipotle is overrated. There's one thing that Chipotle is not overrated on, and that is chips. Their chips are tremendous. But we'll get to that bridge once we cross it. You need to get more money from big companies. Get Microsoft to sponsor you. Maybe, yeah. Now I should definitely reach out to Microsoft. Is a great company right now to deal with because their head honcho is currently going through some litigation, of which I was talking to some people recently, and they're going through the conspiracy route, saying that this is all orchestrated, and he's not really going through a divorce. This is just a way to circumvent paying money or some shit like that. I just can't believe that Bill Gates secretaries, young secretaries, had intercourse with Bill Gates. That to me blows my mind. And the fact that he's getting around, finger blasting secretaries and interns, and he looks like like an apple left in a truck. He's got wrinkles, and there's a video of him with like tits walking down the street. I don't know if that's a real video. It looks real, unless they decided to somehow track each frame and make it look perfect, which I don't doubt the internet's capable of that. I heard Piggy drops dong in this stream. God, I wanna end it all just reading that comment. Daniel, I hear your girl's dropping dong. She drops dong better than your mother. Fucking Christ. This is way too much. Chipotle is awesome if you haven't taken a dump in a few days. That's the one thing that I get from Chipotle as the thing that everybody says. Oh, you're gonna shit your pants if you eat Chipotle. No, you're not. You're eating nothing but good fiber. You're eating a good protein. You're eating vegetables, right? It's nothing but fiber and protein. If you're eating Taco Bell, you're eating shite. What looks like to be, I mean, Chipotle's processed. Don't get me wrong, but Taco Bell is like grade D food. Like you're having, and I love Taco Bell. Don't get me wrong. I would kill a small dog right now for a $1 burrito without even blinking. I'd kill a small dog without thinking twice of it. Come at me, PETA. But Chipotle, it's you're eating fibrous protein, so you're gonna have solid, you're gonna have no wipe shits from eating at Chipotle. So the stereotype of oh I shat my pants and for example what's the name of that show? South Park has the whole meme about a Chipotle way that cleans the shit stains from your underwear because you ate Chipotle. I think that's speaking of conspiracies. I think that's Taco Bell running a stealth campaign to make it seem like Chipotle is the place that you don't want to go to, whereas really Taco Bell is a place that you want to go to as a diuretic. If you want to drop the log and make sure that your bowels are cleaned, go to Taco Bell. To be honest, I don't know. I don't have time for making all that shit. Yeah, but you should if you want to not spend what is it? Every time I've gone to Chipotle, it's minimum like $13 for shit that I could make for $3. And if you just take the time to just put the things together, you're gonna get more. That scam of double chicken and all that, I'm not a fan of that. Although there is that trick that I did read about on Reddit, which has worked, which is when you ask for double chicken, don't just go in there saying, "Hey, I want double chicken." Go, all right, let me get a chicken, and then once they scoop that chicken, you go, you know what? Let's make it double. Add another scoop of chicken. So that way they put two full scoops of chicken. That's worked. So that's definitely a little bit of a life hack. I've been to shit past. What I read there, Heat Shield, is I've been to shit pasta once. Shit pasta. That's funny, but that's supposed to be read shit postly. Shit postly once, and I had to pull over 15 minutes later to blow up a Wendy's bathroom. Here's the thing, though, about that, and what I find humorous is is that you went to Chipotle, but you had to blow up a Wendy's bathroom. What does that mean? Does that mean that Wendy's is like the receptacle for your shit? Like you go to one fast food restaurant and you have to bang bang on a different one? See, look at this. Windows right now is saying, "Hey, your Wi-Fi is the thing is not up to date." I don't care, Windows. I don't care. That's my decision. I want to use an outdated security protocol. That's up to me. That's not up to you, Windows. Jesus. Look at this. Connecting, and it says uses an older security standard that might not protect you. And that's not even the router. That's this. That's this thing. If I want to have dirt slow internet, then yeah, of course. Let me use the other shit. I can't even read the chat right now because of that. But anyway, so I uploaded two videos. Not two videos. I uploaded a couple videos this week, and I thought they were good. I've been having. I feel like the content that I've been putting out on the channel as of late is among my favorite in terms of how it's looking. And the one that I posted that is the fun one where I'm kind of acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I thought that was an interesting one. You know what? Let's go to the slow internet. Let's go to the slow internet just because I want to read the chat. And unfortunately, the way it's working right now, it's not going fucking anywhere. Just fucking, I want to find you. I want to find you and change your life. Okay, Wi-Fi. I should have changed the name of the stream to Grown Man Screams at a Wi-Fi Dongle for 35 minutes. Are you kidding me right now? Is this a joke? No, Wi-Fi 2. Connecting. Yes. No internet. It says uses an older security standard that might not protect you. And you know what it does? It says it gives me that warning, but then it disconnects. But I know that it's perfectly capable of connecting to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to... Oh, boy. Oh boy, this might be the stream, boys. I suggest you hit record on this one because this might be the stream where I decide to throw this laptop against the wall, and that's going to be replayed forevermore. Anytime somebody says, "Hey man, do you remember that one stream when you threw your laptop against the wall out of anger because it decided not to connect to the internet, even though technically you are the master of the laptop because you decided to purchase said laptop, which means that it's your property and it's supposed to do what you say." And it's not doing. Like right now, look at that. I'm connected, but it's connected on shit internet. This is my 13th reason why. This is literally my 13th reason why. Man, oh, if you don't connect, we're going to have a hard time. Okay, there you go. Live chat. I could see them now. I could see them now. Okay. Oh, fuck. Your pinky clip video was questionable. Which one are you talking about, RB? Which pinky clip video are you talking about? I'm not sure which one you're referring to. But the pinky clip, I'm trying to think back as to which one. I really like that video. The one trick, the one with the cards. That's funny. That's all of them, right? That's all of them. I do card tricks mostly on YouTube. I feel like if maybe I changed that to puzzles and I started doing, oh look at this. This is a puzzle, a chess piece puzzle, 100 level, hard unlock. You know, that might be a little bit different. Heat Shield says, Lamau, my buddy whipped a piece of his studio at the wall and it defined him for over a year. I would love to see that here. Yeah, and you know what? I feel like it would definitely it's worse here because it'd be recorded, right? It'd be recorded. Whereas that your buddy isn't recorded, right? Maybe I don't know if that was security footage, but this would be on the internet, permanent. Um, your new videos are better in quality. I wonder what changed. Daniel is part of the school of question that equipment makes your videos better. That's the one where what do you call this? Fuck me. You want to buy an R5, a Canon R5, to take pictures of candles and squirrels. I don't get the logic. It's like, no, 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 no. I could see more of the pixels of the squirrels with an R5. That's your logic. What do you hold up? Which one of the clip? I know that you left a comment, RB, talking about a top change one. The one with the two I liked. I don't know if that's one that you're referring to because that was a move from expert card. I hate to be virginy here, but that's kind of the nature of the show. It's like it's a multiple out thing with the two, and the two you could count two cards. You could use the card next to it. You could count two and use the next one after that, which was a pretty versatile thing. The videos where you have the BBC black guy behind you is the best. I heard he died. I heard that he died. It's that meme with the big black guy where he's sitting on the edge of a bed and he's slinging dong. And the worst part is that if you look at the videos, right? If you look at the videos, sorry, the picture, the original picture, his penis is pretty big, but it's not as big as you see it in other inflated Photoshops. So I was kind of disappointed to find out that it was a Photoshop penis, and that's not his actual size. For no other reason, it's just a meme, right? Not because I would have preferred it to be a bigger penis, just out of the meme. The meme is funny. Did you ever consider giving private online lessons? I do on Patreon. I do. I do that on Patreon. Let's see this one. I drop dong all the time. Quality content coming from Daniel's commentary here. Quality content. I like the mentalism one. Says Carl Van Oppens. I've been enjoying it. I've definitely been enjoying the recent content, just the style, the stuff. I've been wanting to do. I have it in my notebook. I've been wanting to do another dumpster diving video because during the Craig Petty interview, I was reminded as to the what do you call this? Penis head. I was reminded to the dumpster dive video, and I found that to be one of my favorites just in terms of the way I presented it. The only thing that I don't like about that video is that I didn't show my face in that video because that was a while ago. So I feel like that one is one that I want to retouch on, but maybe do it different instead of dumpster diving, going to different garbage cans and seeing what I could find in different garbage cans, like looking for decks in trash cans. That might be the next progression for that. So that one is one that I definitely want to work on at some point. Because that original one is every time somebody asks me what's my favorite video, I would have to say it's that one. And that's the video that I find people like the least when it comes to my channel. And I've shown that video to a couple people outside of the channel that say, "Hey man, show me one of your videos," and I show them that one, and they go, "Okay, I'm good. I'm all right. That's all I need to watch." Um, because in that video, I mean, if you haven't seen it, there's a nasty component to it, which I thought was pretty humorous, and I think now adding my face to it would be another level, another level of hysterical by just having a different style than I did back then. So I think that would be a fun video to do. It's in my notebook as to to dos. Penis muncher hanging dong right now. Great. I could see that you just watched fucking Always Sunny because 97% of your humor is I'm going to steal a joke from Always Sunny and then murder and rape it until it's no longer funny and go, but come on, man. You know? Come on, dude. Oh, dude, come on. So hanging dong is definitely part of that. Fuck me. Hold up. Let me. I'm speaking out of my asshole here. Let me specifically mention the videos that I've recently dropped here that I thought were great. Sucking my own penis here, right? Because this is the channel, right? Might as well suck my own penis on the channel. Um, so the video that I did recently, which is "Stop It with the Burglars Effect," is a fun one, just because there was an article that was recently out with the New York Times, and the author actually reached out to me on Instagram. He hasn't responded. I think maybe it was something I said, didn't respond back, but I found his article to be very well written, and he did his due diligence in talking to he was talking to what do you call this burglars, and he talked to a bunch of other magicians that I've seen the burglars effect, and I initially think that when I came out with a burglars video 2 or 3 years ago, a lot of people misunderstood what I meant. People were saying, "Of course it exists. You could see it. Look at it on my channel. Look at it. You could see the burglars effect." And you, of course, misunderstood the point, which is why I had to make a rebuttal video talking about the burglars effect and how it doesn't exist the how you think it does. Right? People think that burglars does it every single time where he doesn't touch but it changes. It's a malleable effect. Sometimes he touches the card, sometimes he doesn't, and I think that people need to understand that. And for some reason, they see this mythical story, and they don't want to think otherwise. But that was what I attempted to do with the video that I posted earlier this week called "Stop It" with the burglars effect. And I think some people reacted well to that one. The previous one I saw got a little bit of hate just because people want to stick to their virginity and said, "Oh no, of course it exists. Are you stupid?" And the worst ones that I got were in that video. I got a lot of comments from the people that read the article, and they were saying, "Hey, you're a retard. I came here from the article, and obviously it exists." And I think they misunderstood it. I think they misunderstood what I meant. So that was my rebuttal at that. And I thought it was a good one. I thought that was a nice video. The other one was "Seeing with Your Fingertips." That one is an older one, and the other one was "Find a thought of card in any deck." That was a fun one. I like that one, um, and those were the ones that I uploaded. I feel like I want to upload at least an older video once a week. So every week I want to upload a video that I've done, and I keep looking and I find dozens of videos that I've never uploaded for whatever reason. Maybe I didn't like it. It was shite. It's like I did a lot of performance only videos that I never uploaded, that I didn't do tutorials for. But yeah, looking back on them, some of them are pretty rough, to be honest. Some of them are pretty aggressively rough. One that I was recently reminded of was that wetback video. I did a video called the wetback card trick, which I thought was tremendous. It had a nice, it was a cards across routine, and it did like a back and forth, and then I had some funny lines in it if I were to suck my own penis. So if you want to look that up, the wetback card trick, I re-uploaded it, I believe, to Shorts or something like that. Can someone link me this video? I'm too lazy to search. Are you talking about the dumpster video? I should link it myself. What I should do is I'm going to go back at the end of this stream and upload all the videos that I've talked about in the description section. So dumpster video, I'll upload the wetback card trick, right? I'll upload all of that. So I'm going to do that when I upload this bad boy. Break out the bin wangs and cut out the middleman. Well, I have some bin wangs here. Right? I'm not afraid of using these bin wangs. I've just been sent a lot of decks from Penguin Magic, which is why I've been using this deck. But this deck is definitely the foundation for COVID-19. This deck is definitely the foundation for COVID. This is actually COVID-20 in the hands. And the fact that people actually purchase this deck is astonishing to me, just for the meme of it. And, in terms of shitty cards, I feel like this is definitely on the top end. This is the high tier of shit cards. I've seen shittier cards. I've dealt with shittier cards. These are pretty high end for shitty cards. Once you break them in, you could really spread them and have fun with them. But as far as budget decks like dollar store cards, man, I've seen some cardboard. I've seen some weird finish. If you really want some terrible feeling, if you want paper cuts, I've never gotten paper cuts with plastic cards, but if you really want paper cuts, I've seen some gnarly ones. You won't do that. It's too much effort. What do you fucking? I will do that just because you said I'm not gonna do it. All right. So how's that, RB? I'm gonna do that just because, specifically, and because I would have done it anyways. Cunt, a cunt. Pig Cake, could you have relations with my wife while I watch? That's that sort of thing is aggressive, specifically because I'd be making eye contact with you while I do it. That'd be the part that's awkward for you. Although there is a big community for that. Didn't Danny spend a small fortune on these? I feel like Danny's, yeah, he bought a lot of these bin wangs, went to a warehouse in a really shady part of the city, and there's through some nefarious means we're able to procure a lot of these. But I feel like he made his money back. You made your money back selling these because he sold them. Obviously, we got these at warehouse price, and I think he was able to make it somewhat back. I don't mean to brag, but I have some aviator knockoffs called Aviation. Instead of a plane logo, it's helicopter. They're pretty funny. Well, yeah, there's a whole line of knockoff playing cards that are bin wangs. There's beer wangs. There's different spellings of bin wang. It's kind of a terrible thing, but I love that it's obviously it's made in China. They're wholesale cards. They're B ripoffs. I still remember in Ohio talking to Juris from Cardamundi, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, these are first of all, this is our Jokers. That's a ripoff, so that's intellectual property right there that belongs to Cardamundi, and also the back is B." Right, it's so that's already a ripoff, and it's exactly a replica of a B. The box is intended to make a person look like these are B cards, and I believe in order to sell something as a tribute, you have to be 10. I don't know if it's 10 or 12% different. Might be 15% different, which is how people sell like knockoff Rolexes and all that. For this, I feel like they're 2% different. But because it's from China, good luck trying to sue them. Good luck trying to find Mr. Bin Wang and suing whoever makes and manufactures these. Good luck. I believe, what is it? Michael Jordan tried to sue because they stole the dunk logo, the one where he's dunking. And he, I think, lost the case for his own fucking shoe. So there was a whole thing with that. Viewers with wives, I'm calling BS. Yeah, you know what, Ollie Joker, me too. I'm calling BS as well. I don't think that's a thing. I feel like that's a lie. You're lying to yourself. It's gonna end up being some sort of like one of those South Korean movies where it ends up being a twist. I'm gonna ruin every South Korean horror movie for you right now. Um, so if you're currently watching South Korean horror movies, I suggest you don't you keep this on mute for the next five, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. But the spoiler to every one of those movies is that it's a hallucination. So, oh my God, I'm having problems with my sister. My sister's being crazy. It's not real. The sister's not real. At the end of the movie, you're going to find out that the sister died tragically like 10 years prior, and the person is hallucinating their sister. And you're going to rewatch the movie with that in mind. And that's every fucking Korean horror movie. I know because I've seen every fucking Korean horror movie. That's my weeb, not obsession, but that's my weebery, right? I try not to be a weeb overtly, right? Meaning that oh, hey, look, what anime do you like? I don't like any anime. I don't like any anime, right? Anime's for nerds. I'll say that overtly, but privately, I'll tell you like Rurouni Kenshin or something like that, or like an older one, Yu Yu Hakusho, right? But uh, that's covertly. I would only say that covertly, which you could see the irony here, right? There's nothing people love more than a bin wang deck. Yeah, I think that there's plenty of things that people like more than a bin wang deck. Getting audited is one. Another thing that people like more than a bin wang deck is a root canal, a colonoscopy, a man, um, probably an STD. Get one of those STDs. That's definitely worth it. They are very bad. I have motorcycles instead of bicycles from China. Yeah, those are great. I've seen those fairly commonly. Right now, let's see what I have here in my card collection. I have the Mamacitas deck, which is a fun one. I can't show you these because these are, um, yeah, I definitely can't show you these. These are fairly well. I mean, it's Pride Month, right? It's Pride Month, so I could show you. I can't even cover it. Okay, maybe this guy. I could cover this one, right? Oh my God, no. He's touching it. Let me see which ones I could cover, right? Like this. Like how about this? These are these cards. How great is that? These are tremendous playing cards, right? Looking at some of these, I feel better about my member. Looking at some of these because some of these guys have great bodies, but their ding dongs are not really tremendous. Like this guy, I definitely hang dong to quote Daniel, who's ripping off Always Sunny. I hang dong, but not this guy. This guy definitely slings better dong than I do. But like this one, for example, I could cover it with like a small part of my finger, right? But what's funny is the box. This came in the different box. So this penis deck came inside this Mamacitas deck, and you would think, oh man, this Mamacitas deck has some hot girls in it. No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't have attract. Well, it has attractive girls. Don't get me wrong, but man, I've never seen uh, body parts that look like that. Like they have the best way to describe their vaginas is used, like used vaginas. Imagine you got like a tissue and you wiped your nose with it and then you leave it on the table, right? That's the sort of aesthetic that you find with the Mamacitas deck. And the male version, which is the Papi's deck, the Papi Chulo deck, is also weird, guys. Like it's weird old. The deck still smells like cigarettes. It smells like a porn store. It smells like an old school porn store. Let's see these here. I remember you getting upset as to how Kenshin died, saying it wasn't canon. It wasn't canon. It was not canon, and I'll tell you why. Because specifically, they've come out with live action versions of Rurouni Kenshin. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting till the 18th, where the most recent one comes out on Netflix. That's the virginity that I'm willing to admit to. and that one is a live action one that skips the portion where the movie would have, where that particular incident where Kenshin dies would have taken place, and he's fighting another dude that, I don't think they ever animated. So that's going to be an interesting thing. Yeah, I know, I know. It's a lot of virginity for a stream. What's the other one? I know that I dropped a Flutter video. There was the Fluttering cards, Fluttering card production, which is a fun one. That one was a week ago though, I believe. And then seeing with your fingertips was an old one, but I like that one. I like that method, that old school seeing with your fingertips bit. I remember Jay Sankey has a trick called, I believe, laying on hands. He has a lot of tricks with biblical names on it, which is kind of funny, like the Lazarus effect and shit like that. But he had a trick called laying of hands, which was like a seeing with the fingertips sort of routine, which was a very simple one. And that one that I put up was based on that one. But that was a definite fun old school video, top down, the video shaking. Let's see. Called it. Piggy hangs dong. How many people are currently your mentalism tier? I think a couple hundred are in the mentalism tier, and the other, the 20 tier, I'm not sure, but I know it's 50 something maybe. I haven't counted. But I know I uploaded 2 videos today, which were pretty fun. A Zero Shuffle tutorial, and another one which is a trick called "Take Me to Your Leader," which is a hot one, based on the classic Follow Your Leader plot. So those are 2 things I uploaded. And then tomorrow I'm putting up a Q&A video for the mentalism tier, because that's part of the tier now. And I got to see those questions and upload that one. So that's going up tomorrow along with the YouTube video, because that's what I do. That's what happens. That's the life of a professional YouTube magician, right? Never stop uploading. On the grind, baby. Let's see this one here. Let's go through. Let's see. There was an old one here that I wanted to address. Something about COVID-19. Did everyone take a shower like pigs told us to yesterday? Showers are important, but here's the thing that people neglect, right? Which for some reason, they say, no, I shower, or no, I wash my clothes. You have to do it all, right? You can't just shower and then have dirty clothes. You can't just shower and have Elizabeth Warren shirt that you got from Goodwill. You have to clean the shirt and you have to shower yourself. So those are 2 crucial components that'll make sure that you don't stink. And another one that people don't seem to realize, it's towels. Your towel will translate the scent that it possesses onto you if you don't wash your towels. So your towels, you got to wash often. Same thing with your bed sheets and your pillow covers. You got to wash those often as well, because all that leads you to having the magician scent, which is a nice, the best way I could describe it is go to your local Mediterranean place and get some baba ganoush, right? Get some onion soup. And that's what the magician scent is. You go to any convention, which, by the way, Magi Fest has the audacity to do a convention this year, right? They're doing it in September. And what I don't get about that is they're doing it like they're limiting it to like 100 people that could go. Like, what the we're I think I don't know how open Ohio is, but I think you could open it up at full capacity. I don't know why they're not bothering to do that, but the tickets are a little bit I think the same price, if not a little bit more, but they're only allowing like 100 people in. So what's the fucking point? What's the point of that if you're limiting it? Let me check it out. Magi Fest. I know that they're doing. I don't know why they didn't just wait till next year. Magi Fest 2021. I love the keyboard on this. This keyboard is astonishing. Magi Fest convention. I think it's the 16th of September through the 18th. And you have Steve Cohen, Nate Staniforth. You have Carissa Hendricks, I think from the podcast Shazam. Jesus. Brett Braun, John Armstrong. Let's see what it says. Let's $250 a ticket, right? So $250 a ticket until June 1st, which means that each ticket is going to be increased to $300 for what? Let's see Let's see what the restrictions are. So, due to the strange circumstances last year, there are a few changes to be aware of. Since minors are unable to be vaccinated, we'll be postponing all youth program events and scholarships, which means that a lot of the older magicians are going to not show up just because of that. Let's see, yada, yada, yada. You notice that in our schedule, we're featuring 10 shows. After a year of isolation, we thought uh, the thing that you really wanted to see was really great magic show. So that's what we've done. I love that they turned that into a feature. It's like, no, it's not because people don't want to travel. It's because we're limiting it to the best, my friends. So I want to see what I thought that they were limiting it. Convention will consider to follow federal, so we could celebrate together. I thought they were limiting it though. That's my what I read is that they were limiting it to like 100 people, which is what I wasn't understanding. So here are the changes. Okay, so more space, a lot of increased space between the seats in the ballroom, less chairs around the jamming table. Like that's gonna stop people. Hand sanitizing stations. So I don't think there's any restrictions anymore. They used to have restrictions, but then they changed that. They kept changing all the requirements to go. I'm not gonna go to Magi Fest because fuck it, fuck it. I don't want to do that for like a first of all $300 a ticket. That's a little bit expensive. I'd rather save it for Magic Live. Magic Live is it's the two ones that people tell me the most that you have to go to are Magic Live in Vegas and Blackpool. So I'd rather save and go to those Magic Live, which I'm not gonna get the ticket for Magic Live. Come at me, people that run it. All right, and I will. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna get into the fucking room that's restricted. So you try to come at me. What are you gonna try, huh? Stop me with your pipe arms? Whoever runs Magic Live, come at me. I run faster than you. All right. So you try and stop me from entering the dealer hall at Magic Live. I challenge you. It's no longer like I'm. Here's how I look like. All right. I challenge you to stop me in Magic Live from entering the dealer hall instead of paying $500 a ticket. That's absurd. Um, but I want to save it for Magic Live and the flight and the hotel rather than go to bumfuck Ohio in September. September? The fuck? Jesus. Could you imagine? I know some people go to obviously live in Columbus, Ohio, and they're fans of their own city. But man, just the time that I spent there. I wasn't a fan of the snow. I wasn't a fan of the lack of shit to do. It's like a college town too, though. So there's a lot of like bars and shit. There's a lot of little breakfast spots, but I think shit closes relatively early. I'm not a huge fan of that. Here, everything closes at like 4, 5, and then they close for an hour and they reopen at 6. That's the way we roll here. That's how I like it. I have to shower and wear clean clothes. That sounds like a lot of work. It is. It is, but it's the bare minimum to be at least closer to a human than a magician. Have you ever seen a pass video by Akira Fuji, expert at the classic pass? Yeah, he's kind of crazy. He does that little like swing pass, the swivel pass, or I forgot what it's called. It's from what's the name of the drunk guy? Derek Dingle, right? He used to do like a very different pass. He also Akira Fuji does his, and it's kind of reminiscent of that. Kind of nuts, kind of nuts. But he's also the guy that does that trick where it literally looks like he does it in slow motion, where both sticks pass each other. You could do with cigarettes, right? Linking cigarettes, and it's literally he does it this slow, and it looks exactly like they're going right through each other. I still try it, and I can't even get close to how he does it. It's I feel like it's that Asian dexterity that they have. Carl, some of the oldest videos on YouTube right there. El Gallito Bakery says, Hola, I just had, what do you call this? Cuban bread from El Gallito Bakery a couple days ago. I once had Santero Cuban bread. If you guys are unfamiliar with Cuban bread, it is bread made by Cubans. Well, it's not made by Cubans, but it's a Cuban recipe made with, I think, 3 ingredients. It's like lard, yeast, and salt. Pretty much are the only ingredients in it. There's a lot of lard though, so it's not the healthiest bread for you. Very calorically dense, but it goes hard within minutes. You get it, you have to get it fresh, you have to put it in, and it gets hard almost immediately. How come you blocked the other account? For good reason. El Gallito Bakery. For good reason. I blocked that one. You know why? Let's not play dumb. Why would I block the other account? You fuck. Let's see. But yeah, that one is. So yeah, I had Santero Cuban bread. Santeria obviously is the like a very. It's like voodoo, right? So once I had a Cuban bread that was soft for a week. I didn't feel comfortable with the Cuban bread in my house. Um, let's see. What do you think of the blog, The Jerks? I like it. I like it. I like the jerks and the fact that they give you like ideas with certain things, and you know they take shits and give you good ideas and make it workable. Some things I don't necessarily like, but I mean that's everything, right? But overall, I'm a huge fan. From time to time, I like the mailbag episodes or the mailbag blogs where he goes through it. So I'm a fan of that. But I don't have any of the books. I don't have any of the particular things with that apart from just reading the blog. But it's a good one. I'm a fan of it, and I like the more so than the trying to rework shitty tricks. The reviews are great too. So I like the reviews whenever it goes to. Especially the shitty ones are fun to read because you know obviously as magicians we look for the shit. The shit stands out. I could have 100 positive comments, but the negative one is the one that I'll be like, hey, listen, cunt, you fucking troglodyte. That's the one that I respond to. Oh man, you know what? It was both, El Gallito. It was both. I think both were pretty uh, substantial, for lack of a better term. So for both the photo and name were pretty bad. It gets harder than Piggy's uncle. That is true. It gets harder than Piggy's uncle, who at this point I feel is not getting as hard as he used to because of the age. Because the age. Not me though. I'm getting as hard as a rock because I've been taking ashwagandha. It's what TikTok tells me would make my penis strong and fertile. It's a video from this year. I assume you're talking about Akira Fuji, and yeah, I again that his thing is his stuff. If you look at it on Instagram, is absurd. It's pretty absurd. Let's see this one, jerks. Oh my god, fucking Gaito. I would like to have a private conversation with you, no homo. Yeah. I've done a couple last week. I have a couple scheduled for this week. I guess we'll talk privately, Carl, but I think Tuesday would be a good day. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday would be a good day to chat because I know I have, I think, two scheduled for tomorrow. Let me go through here. Let me look up the jerks. Let me see what the last one is now that you mentioned it. The jerks. I should have been a little bit more prepared when it came to the stream, but instead, I wasted my energy on getting the stream up. Right? I could have spent researching some stuff and to talk about. But like an asshole, what did I do? I spent most of the time trying to get shit to work, whether that's the internet on my phone, the fucking microphone, the Wi-Fi dongle, which refuses to fucking work. So this one is the last one on the jerks is Dustings, number 40, and talks about the stack watch. Funny enough, right? Gets a little bit of a alludes to the stack watch, making fun of the virginity of that. Andy, what's it like to have sex with you? So pretty meme worthy, right? That's what I like about the jerks. It's very meme worthy. The stuff that he writes about. I don't know if I had a conversation with him, though. I don't know if I had a conversation with him or Magician Roasted, where I'm like, is it anybody that's like, and they're just like, no, I'm just some random dude. Like, I'm not anybody that's known within the community. So I found that to be kind of interesting, right? Because, um, you would think that the people behind these accounts that decide to remain anonymous are being anonymous because they're figures in the magic community and they don't want people to know that they're writing in that style, or maybe they're trying to keep relations with certain companies and they don't want to completely show their hand. So have you ever thought of releasing your own playing cards? Yeah, on a day-to-day basis. on a daily basis. I think releasing my own cards. Let's see this one here. What's this one? Technical issue. I could have helped. I'm sure you could have, El Gallito Bakery. Seeing your proximity, I'm sure you could have helped hands on. You could have helped hands on. I'm sure. Uh, Even if you were, what's the Buddha Center? Even when you were the Buddha Center, you could have definitely helped on hands on. God fucking damn it. What's this one? Wouldn't you like to do some weekly lessons? Seems like extra money to get the Grand Cannon R5. That's funny. No, it's not a super obvious question. Is that I've been working on one forever, but unfortunately, it's been coming out slower than a snail's fucking penis. Slower than a snail is to get erect. It's been coming out. Do you feel like you missed the opportunity to release the deck a couple years ago? No, I think it's the same. I think really it's the same. The people that are going to buy it are going to buy it. You know, it's not really an issue when it comes to that. I feel like even if I release it now, it's not. I don't fear not reaching the goal. Like I don't think that's a problem even today. But I definitely would have preferred to have it released a couple years ago when it was still available. I mean, we were working on some stuff that's still today, but again, it's a snail's pace. Um, Buddha Center wasn't me though. Buddha Center wasn't me. That's great. Good to know that Buddha Center wasn't you. God fucking damn it. But the lessons and stuff are part of Patreon. That's one of the tiers for Patreon. So it's not like I charge for that. I charge whatever's that tier a month is what I charge for those. So it's not like you pay me a set amount, and that's a lesson. It's you pay me a set amount and you also get access to the content from Patreon. So that's the way that I do it. Is that a dumb way to do it? Because I feel like I could possibly make more money. Yeah, but I'm also a retard when it comes to marketing, which is why I've kept the tiers to what they are, to the chagrin of others. I've been told, hey man, you should do this and that would have probably ended up making more money, but I think I've kept the tiers, fairly reasonable. Is Kickstarter the only viable option for your deck? No, I was thinking pre-sale. Just to circumvent the necessity for Kickstarter fees and backer kit and all this stuff. Talking to Omar, Gentleman Wake, and his deck was pretty high priced to release when it came to all the little trinkets. My deck is a lot more simpler, right? I plan to have a couple decks, but a gaff pack, things like that. But really, the thing that I've always wanted to do is make a deck that you could buy that's a reasonable price, that's like you wouldn't mind using. It's not meant to be a collector's deck. It's meant to be a deck that you would actually use. I don't have it here. I have it in a box over there, which is funny because I forgot who mentioned next time I should do a stream, I should have it near me, and I put it right back in the box. So I have a couple different prototypes of it. But as far as the deck, I want it to be a deck that's a usable deck, not just a collector's deck. Omar had the idea where he wanted to make a deck that was a collector's deck. I wanted a deck that you could use, or I want the deck, and my deck is one that you're going to be able to use with that. So the upfront price to me, the cost is not going to be a lot. It's going to be whatever it is to make however many decks I need to make, which isn't going to be a lot. But it's depending on that. But I'm thinking pre-sale. I'm thinking of circumventing Kickstarter and just going pre-sale, which is a risk. It's a little bit of a risk, but without risk, there isn't reward. So I'm risking it for the biscuit. Maybe the deck would get finished faster if you stopped paying your designer with exposure. I'm not paying him with exposure. I'm paying him with half of whatever we make on the deck. So I think that's a pretty reasonable fee, right? So I think that's a reasonable decision to make on his end. But yeah, Kickstarter is not the only viable way to come out with the deck. I feel like a pre-sale would definitely be another alternative. Top notch. Your boy's in the house, drowsy as hell, waking up from a nap after work. First sleep of any kind in 2 days. Saw you live. I'm loyal, so here we are. I'm sure you are here, top notch. I'm sure you've totally been here the entire time, if you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying, homie? I love how one comment from one of your videos was a magician insulted by your Michael Vincent joke. Yeah, that was a little bit annoying per se, just because I don't think they understood, that again, everybody's subject to criticism. And I think Michael Vincent is a very talented magician. He's definitely among the best when it comes to his technical skills. But post a thing saying I'm a composer. He was being really finicky about a picture he took of a dead magician, reminding everybody, "Hey guys, let's not care about the dead guy. Care that I took the picture." So everybody's sharing this picture. I want credit for the picture. It's like now's not the time. Now's not the time for that. Um, so it's a little bit odd. Who's the guy? It was he made Card Warp. I think was a magician that passed away. What's his name? Fuck me. What's his name? Uh, Card Warp. Roy Walton. I think it was Roy Walton that he took a picture of, and he was very finicky about the fact that he took the picture that everybody's circulating. It's like priorities, Michael, priorities. And the other comment I think from that particular comment that you're referencing was the it was on the coin wallet that I was making fun of, like the purse. And the person said, "I can't believe you don't like this individual who made the coin purse. He's a sweetheart." I didn't say that. I said the coin purse was gay. Hashtag Pride Month. So, again, putting words in my mouth. So I responded to the comment. They didn't respond. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Panda21, apart from saying that they drove a Porsche today, also says they always told me every deck is the same and more expensive decks are a waste of money. But after using your $20 decks, I will return to a deck of bicycles and barely play with them. That's why I want to keep to a very reasonable price. Obviously, I want to make a profit on my deck, but I think 12 is where I want to keep it at, 10 to 12. And especially considering all the stuff that's going to do if I decide not to do fucking Kickstarter, which is going to be a can of worms because then your boy's shipping them, and that's going to be a fun one. But the Rise Magic Boys did all their shipping and all their fulfillment, and I think they did it well. So I don't think I'm going to have any problems with that. Top Notch says, I read that comment on one of your Instagram videos of you describing the moves you use in performance, and I was tempted to make a meme with that screenshot after you being a loser, but I got high. Okay, but I got high. That's literally the song. Uh, but I'm glad that instead of doing something that's unproductive, you did something that was more productive, which is you got high. And that's coming from somebody who's never been high, but is drunk fairly often. What do you think of 3D virtual reality? I just got the VR camera in the headset, but also took some test shots. I think it's great, man. I think that the fact that the technology is coming to phones now, like an iPhone, you could literally map out a room, something that you had to have a very expensive piece of equipment to do before. The Apple Watches, and it's coming from a guy with a fucking Android that'll never get an iPhone again. It has what is it, electrocephalogram in the watch, right? You have the thing that you could literally monitor your shits, which again used to be a very expensive piece of equipment. So that's another crazy one. But I do think that it is a niche thing, and that we aren't ready for it. Same thing with 3D TVs. Like 3D TVs were a big trend. 3D was a big trend a couple years ago, and I don't think we're ready for it. I still don't think we're ready for it. What's cracking, Piggy? How's our boy Danny, and is ham radio dead? No, ham radio's not dead. But we are waiting on a couple different things. For example, internet, right? Because the show is going to be, we're going to try to do one regular show and do more online shows, which I hate, but I feel like it's the best way to do it to where we still have content on ham radio, but we aren't. We don't have to. I don't have to make a. He doesn't have to make a 3-hour trip this way, and I don't have to make a 3-hour trip that way, involving a train ride and transfer. So But he's I think once he figures out the internet in his house, it's gonna be set, and we're not gonna have an issue because it's not gonna be my internet. It's gonna be a solid one. Please unblock the other account. The comment I want to write only makes sense with that one. I rather not, just because of the fact that it's very close, if not almost, information that I don't want out there. El Gallito Bakery. So let's just keep it at that, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much, my friend. Fuck. Coin purse month. Yeah, it is coin purse month technically because they're the same shit. Let's see this one. Your business skills are epic bad, and you are doing this great. Tells a lot about your comical teaching gift. No homo. Again, another allusion there to Pride Month. Dogecoin makes more money, right? I hate that. For example, Dogecoin is one of those things. It's like fuck. I remember I bought not a lot, but I bought enough that I would have made quite a sizable amount when the shit went up, and I decided, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna just sell this because it's not making me anything. I sold it to get like I forgot what I bought with that money, but it was something negligible, and then it shoots up, and Danny's like, hey, hey, I'm out here in fucking Dogecoin, the Dogecoin tower, because he had re-put in there and it shot up, motherfucker. My homies at Valhalla Vape Lounge can pick you up at the train station. Yeah, I love that. I looked that up too, by the way. I looked up Valhalla Vape and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it's near Daniel's house. Great. It shows that you have no limits when it comes to you figuring out where people live. I appreciate that. God. El Gallito really probably a big loser out there who puts so much effort into people over the internet. Yeah, right, top notch? Right? That El Gallito, that specific account spends too much time finding information about people over the internet. Right, El Gallito? Sorry, top notch? Maybe, same person. I feel like in my head it's like RoboCop, where I'm triangulating information, and then it comes and it's like the circle matches and it aligns, and it's the same fucking person. Not saying anything. If Biden get infrastructure down, you won't have to worry about the trip issues. I don't think Biden could get his lunch down without aid. I was watching some G7. There's a person that cracks me up, and that is Boris Johnson. Every time I'm down, every time I think, oh man, you know what, things aren't going my way today. I don't feel good. You know, there are certain issues that I'm having. I look at a Boris Johnson video, and I feel like it's not that bad. His videos are just, oh boy, oh boy, tremendous. He has one where he's doing like a radio show, and he goes, "I have a blue bottle shampoo," and he's just talking about just the weirdest shit. There was one where he talks about again the blue passport. A vegan. He's like, I had a vegan sausage. He just pronounces things oddly, and you know, I feel like anytime I'm down, I could just be like, all right, I feel better about myself. In the G7 summit, he had a video where he was talking to a kid, and he does a joke, and the kids don't get the joke, and oh man, that is just peak Boris. I really appreciate that. On TikTok, they're the best because the edits are unbelievable. It was pretty funny with the name though. Did you at least laugh a little bit? I did. I did. Followed by subsequent creep, like shills from the picture and the name. I don't even know where that picture is from. El Gallito. God fucking damn it. uh, have you heard of him calling ping pong whiff waff? I can hear that in my head. Oh, I was playing whiff waff the other day after I ate a vegan sausage roll. It's just the guy's a fucking a meme. The guy's a walking meme. But I've never heard that. I wish, dude, but I'm glad we're never in the same stream at the same time. So it seems as though we're the same person. Glad we always enter at different times. Do you know what that is, top notch? The equivalent of what you're doing is when you go to a, let's say you're in an airplane, right? And okay, you're in an airplane and you want to have intercourse with your significant other. So you go, and then you're like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Wait like 5 minutes, and then you go in, right? and then everybody sees what you're doing, like you're not being subtle at all. Or a high school reference when you're like, oh, I want to go to the bathroom and I want my friend to come so we could fucking chat in the hallway, but I don't want to make it seem like we're both leaving at the same time, so I'm gonna ask to go to the bathroom, and then like 5 minutes later you ask to go to the bathroom. It's like that thing. Like, hey, El Gallito comes in, and then 5 minutes later on the dot, hey, Top Notch, what's up, man? Good to see you here for the first time. You know, good to see you here, Batman. Right? It's a coincidence that for some reason, every time you're around, Bruce Wayne is nowhere to be seen. Very coincidental. Can you recommend some Cuban food? Yeah, yeah. Tostones is a tremendous Cuban food. It's smashed fried plantains. Another one, moro, right, which is black beans and rice. But it's not just black beans and rice. It's black beans cooked with the rice and some pork added in there. Picadillo. Cubans make it very nice. You have a Cuban sandwich, right, which is a nice, sweet, savory sandwich. Another one is pan con bistec, right? That's steak and what do you call this? It's steak with Cuban bread. Tremendous. It has some little palitos with potato sticks in it. Man, there's a reason why Cuban men have a lifespan of 40 years old because they die of heart attacks, diabetes, they lose limbs. It's not shin limbs. It's pretty ridiculous. But you can't go wrong with Cuban food. What you can go wrong is with places that serve Cuban food, because some people serve what I like to call stunt Cuban food, right? Like fake Cubans that weren't raised in Cuba, that didn't know anybody, weren't taught by somebody raised in Cuba. They just went to Cuba. Fucking El Gallito. The cookie one. You know what? Now that you're here, you fuck. I'm gonna try to be as cryptic as possible. All right, but the cookie shit. I lost my shit, you motherfucker, to the cookie shit. All right, you know what I'm talking about. I know that you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about. Okay, so it's all on the up and up here. But I lost my shit, especially when the name was changed to that. I get that I've mentioned things throughout the years, but man, that was a lot. That one really got me, and I just want you to know that you're a fuck. You're a fuck face, whoever you are. Multiple personality people doesn't know about the other. That's funny. Uh, let's see. DJ Magic says, "Que bola, way." Boris knows classic Greek. He's super smart. Um, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you could put smart and Boris in the same sentence, but he is a character, and he is definitely one that I enjoy watching his videos because oh boy, is he just a character. There's not the vegan one. There's one that's I'm trying to remember another thing that he's mentioned because he's mentioned a shampoo. He talks about like I had some beautiful chips. Like everything he says is regarding something that just he mispronounces or he just doesn't seem like a human. There's a video where he's playing soccer with kids, and when you're playing soccer with kids, you're gonna be light. Like you're gonna play around, you're gonna pass the ball around. He goes in there and he barrels through the fucking kid. He just tackles the kid straight on. Like the kid looks like he's 10 years old, and you have this fucking prime minister come in and clothesline a child, a literal child, and it's the funniest video. I wonder how he pronounces Yosemite. I've been to Yosemite Park in America, and he's just. I'm sure he'll just completely fuck up Yosemite. Tremendous. Give us your favorite pickup lines, Piggy. I know you got some good ones. What's that in reference to? What's that in fucking reference to? Top notch. Now I'm afraid everything's a reference. And then low volt. Thank you for that. When is Caesar coming back on? And how's your brother Robert doing? God fucking damn it. That's why he's not going back on. I told him specifically, don't mention anything specific. Please. Don't mention any names. And he goes, hey man, your brother. I'm like, I know you did it on purpose. I know you did that on purpose. Like, that's not by accident, motherfucker. That's a ham radio. You have to have been there to understand it. Surely no world leader would fuck up saying Yosemite. What, did Trump mess it up? Did Trump mess it up? Is that what you're getting at? Let me look up Yosemite and see who's. Let me look up Trump Yosemite and see the million posts of that of him mispronouncing that Yosemite. Let's see. Yosemite. Trump mispronounces Yosemite. Yeah, okay. So he says Yosemite, and then struggles to say Yosemite. Let's look up Biden sniffing a young girl, and let's see what I find. Let's see what I could find here. Okay, I actually found some stuff on Google. That's pretty. An awkward kids changed how I saw Joe Biden. CNN and the current candidate. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm surprised. There's actually pictures here of Joe Biden sniffing children. Uh, Yosemite. Okay. God fucking damn it. Let's see. Boy's the type of guy that would get with your girl while you laughing, thinking you're smarter than him. If you let people think you're dumb, you could get away with things the standard people put you in are low. What I like is the one that he comes out of his house looking like disheveled because it's morning, and he just has like a tray with like 12 cups of tea, and he's just offering to people. And I'm sure they're like, Boris, what's your take on what's your take on this the protests and the infrastructure? What do you think is going on? And he's just handing cups of tea to people, you know, and he's just like, oh, would you like some tea? Would you like some tea? And it ruined me. It ruined me watching that. So that was quite a fun one. If he didn't mention names, we wouldn't have deep cuts like shouting out Robert. God fucking damn it. I appreciate that. How about Hunter Biden using the N word a bunch of times? What are you talking about? That never happened. What do you mean, huh? Let me look up what. Let me look up. Let me look up Trump's son. Trump's son, and see all the headlines here. Donald Jr. Let me look up Donald Jr. because he does have many sons. You know what? Let's not get political here. That's for Pig Cake Plus. That's for Pig Cake Plus. Pig Cake is not a political channel. All right, that's Pig Cake Plus. Pig Cake Plus. That's where you could get all your information on politics, whether they're red or blue. The beautiful blue passports. If you haven't seen that video, please watch Boris Johnson pronounce the word blue and say, you know, if you have to renew your passport and have him say, you know, do your beautiful blue passport. You're entitled to a beautiful blue. It's tremendous. I want that as my ringtone. Oh my God, 10-year difference. How come you don't wear that Cat Galaxy shirt anymore? You know what? Maybe because it's too big. All right, the meme is I don't like wearing graphic tees. Okay, I've restricted my graphic tees down to either like a little logo. This is obviously a meme shirt. I would never wear this out in public. This is like a joke, haha, video shirt. But I don't like wearing graphic tees. Like I want to keep it like a small one or the pig cake one. It's making fun of the movement. But the pig cake one, I think it's taller. But the sweater is all right because the sweater's a pig. It's like not a obnoxious fucking thing. It's just two eyes and a mouth or a nose. But I'm not a fan of graphic tees. So that one, it's a little bit. I think my use of that shirt, it's past the time. You know, it's past the time. And you know what? I don't even know where. Honestly, I thought that was from a thing that I deleted. Now it turns out I didn't. So I need to go back and check that out. Top Notch says, Pig Cake is not a political channel. Then why did I get the 2 screen recordings I sent from the highly esteemed Pig Cake Magic channel? Pig Cake is not a political channel. And why did I get the 2 screen recordings that I sent to you from the highly esteemed Pig Cake Magic channel? Are you mistaking? Did you accidentally send that as Top Notch, but you meant to send that as El Gallito? I'm not sure. He's not a genius, but he's sneaky. And he's at least above average intelligence. Yeah, that's one. That's definitely one. I do think that. I do think that he kind of portrays himself a little bit stupid. But then you watch other videos, and you know it's a little bit. You know, there's one where he's swinging down a thing. It's like, you know, there's a limit to how you're gonna portray yourself to the world. Let's see. RB says this channel's for making fun of the way foreign politicians talk, not American politicians. No, it's Pig Cake Plus. All right, that's for politics. Okay, and incest. Pig cake isn't about incest. Pig cake plus is about incest because it's pig cake plus incest. Pig cake plus politics. Right? I need to upload another video there. The one that I still had, which is in my literally to-do list, but I haven't gone around to do it, is reviewing plastic bags. I want to put that on the Pig Cake Plus channel and review which store has the best bags, like plastic bags. I know, riveting content, but that's the style of Pig Cake Plus. Tell us a joke. You said punk. I'm not sure if I could just tell a joke on a whim, you know. Two fish on a tank. So there are two fish in a tank. One turns to the other and says, "Hey, man, do you know how to drive this thing?" That's my go-to, right? Not a good one. Do you think Trump will run in 2024 for his third term? No, that's fucking politics. That's politics, all right? That's for the PK Plus live stream, which I have yet to do just because I don't want to change the account. Do I portray myself? Just, man, El Gallito, you are really pushing the envelope, my friend. You are pushing the envelope, El Gallito. Let's go back here. That weren't El Ga fucking Yito comments. Yosemite. We went that to that one. Cookies. Fuck references to shit that you shouldn't know about. Why don't you run an Ethernet cable from your router to the surface, because the router is through like 3 walls, which is why I have this, because this kind of extends the capacity. So yeah, I know I could run it through the wall, but that would be pretty hard to do. But then I got high. I already read that one. The coin purse bits. Pigs, when you decide to do a plastic bag review, I want to help. I have lots of experience, even a couple tricks. I have better reception in the attic. Go fuck yourself. But yeah, but bags, I want to do that because that's the sort of PK Plus content that you come to expect. That's a channel where you have videos that are like, breaking the world record for the longest boy. That's the type of video you might find on a PK Plus. Another one is me enjoying a pizza vaporwave edition, right? I'm eating a pizza to vaporwave tunes. There's another one, Pokemon reviews, like me on opening packs of Pokemon, opening up Rick and Morty mystery boxes. Pretty virgin-y, to be honest. It's pretty fucking virgin-y. Capitalism is overrated, but the food is not worth the money. But because the market value is exactly what it's worth, that's how economics on capitalism works. I don't know where that came from. That came out of nowhere. Ken Raymond. I don't know if there's something I mentioned that led to that. Maybe it's because I'm wearing an Elizabeth Warren shirt. Mind you, I'm saying that this isn't a political stream, as I wear a fucking shirt from a political candidate. Oh, Chipotle. Okay, because of Chipotle. Chipotle. Okay, you're okay. So let's go back to the Chipotle, which is the reason why I decided to do a stream. Chipotle is overrated. Okay, not because of capitalism, but Chipotle is overrated because it's the closest to food that you can make in your own house. It's corn, it's rice, it's chicken. That's shit that you could buy easily and make without much effort, right? So that's why Chipotle is overrated. Now here's the thing. If I go to McDonald's, can I make a McDonald's sandwich in my house? It's not going to taste like McDonald's. McDonald's has an iconic taste. It has an iconic smell, has an iconic scent, right? Like to the fries. I can't replicate that because of the fucking chemicals that they're putting in that shit. Whereas I could replicate Chipotle. I could replicate Chipotle easily, right? I can't do the same with McDonald's. So I can't technically make McDonald's in my house. Whereas I could make Chipotle in my house. I could make a bowl from Chipotle in my house. You could eat it and you will tell the difference between Chipotle and my cooking, because Chipotle is overrated. You know what's also overrated? Five Guys is overrated. Oh, I don't care that you put more fries in a bag just to make it seem like I got more than my money's worth. I know those fries cost you nothing, you fuck. So you, my friend, are lying to my face, and I don't like it. Five Guys is also overrated. I remember when I used to listen to Opinion on a Saturday morning, smoking a fat one. He just said he's working on The next one. Those are the other ones that I also put on Pig Cake Plus. I like those little like voice recording ones where I would record it, and I used to script them, and then I realized, you know what, I'm not gonna record it. I'm not gonna script it rather, and it was just shit that I dealt with in the day. You know, like bad traffic, truck drivers. That was fun. But I feel like because the amount of uploads that I have on fucking Patreon, and then trying to keep up with this YouTube, if I have another channel, it's a little bit too much to put on that. McDonald's iconic taste mostly comes from the horrible safety practices using ingredient suppliers to make their food idiot proof. Yeah, true. That's exactly it. Uh, Oh yeah, Gaito. Coraway Baker, Coraway McDonald's is definitely better than the eighth one. Yeah, I'm glad you know exactly what you're talking about. I'm glad you know the exact ones, right? Almost as if you're from Miami, that you know that the fucking one in 8th Street is not as good as the one on Coraway. You fuck. Thank you for that. Have you been to the Heart Attack Grill? The owner knows what he's doing. Yeah, I went to the one in Vegas years ago. I went to the Heart Attack Grill. I mentioned this on a couple of streams, but I was fucking terrified because if you don't finish your food, they spank you really fucking hard. And I remember having the meat sweats from eating that. I remember eating it, and it was so calorically dense that I started sweating because of the high blood pressure that I'm sure my body was experiencing. Eating 3,500 calories on the sandwich alone with a whole can of chili, a whole onion. Oh man, it's great though. It's great. But I don't think I'll go to there again. Did you watch any UFC 263? Was it past your bedtime? I don't think I did. I saw the card. I know Israel was fighting, and that would have been an interesting one. Nate Diaz. I saw the highlights, but I didn't watch it. I got a little bit fidgety, and I did not watch it. There's a bunch of people that make a YouTube channel, recreate fast food at home. Fake out. That's clever. I fucking hate that. It's so clever. Like trying to trick McNugs. The trick to McNugs is like 100 egg bass using tempura, right? Yeah, it's a very specific thing that they have. Although I've had before a McNugget that was essentially this much chicken and this much breading. Like it was the grossest thing I've ever tasted. I felt like I was biting into a dry, frozen, like fish stick from Chili's. That it's entirely made of too much breading. Let's see. I don't eat at McDonald's. I only know which one is better because Daniel told me. I'm sure Daniel told you a lot of things, right, El Gallito? Seeing that Daniel was the person that told me that El Gallito Bakery was actually a tremendous place to go to. DJ Magic says, I love Chipotle. If the Pig Cake Magic Academy was a restaurant, which restaurant would it be? Okay, well, there is a lot to offer in the Pig Cake Magic Academy, right? Enough to where I don't think you'd be able to watch all the videos, you know, unless you're being a long-time subscriber. I would say it's closest to Cheesecake Factory, and I'll tell you why. Because the Cheesecake Factory is the menu is like this thick. It's a book. You're essentially going through, and they have all sandwiches and pasta, and you know, pages and pages of fucking cheesecake and all. It'd be cheesecake. It'd be Cheesecake Factory for sure. I feel. Let's see this one. Guess which one the McFlurry came from, Lamau. If we weren't gonna kill you on purpose, maybe we could do it on accident. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, dude. Well, here's the thing: the fucking McDonald's on A Street is better in the morning, and I hate that I'm telling you this, as if you know, right? Because you only know based on shit that I've said before that you've paid clever attention to. That one's better in the morning because in the morning it's like old Cuban women and they just, you know, they want to work and actually make it good. Whereas in the afternoon and at night, it's like jaded teenagers. So in the morning, it's actually people that give a shit as to how they make your food. Whereas in the afternoon, you get like a 17-year-old kid that you're like, I didn't know that it was legal for you to work that young. Let's see. Guess which one the McFlurry. And I like that you said that from Top Notch and not El Gallito Bakery. You fuck. Let's see. This one, Ken Raymond says robbery. Fuck me. Have you ever tried magic with anything like Rubik's cubes? Yeah, and you mentioned Pig Cake Plus. I did a tutorial on how to solve a Rubik's cube magically, which got some fun comments on that one. The obese maggot guy died from eat the food. He was turned into a cartoon to promote. The one that I didn't like was from years ago, which was Super Size Me, right? Which I always thought the guy was the biggest bitch for throwing up after eating just one Big Mac supersized meal. Because I'm like, that's peanuts, that's cake, you know. I could eat two of those, but and him saying, I wonder what happens if I eat fast food 3 times a day. I can almost guarantee you that you could probably eat McDonald's 3 times a day and come out with a 6 pack if you're doing it right. It's not going to be as expensive. I mean, it's going to be expensive, I'm sure, but you could probably eat McDonald's 3 times a day and lose a substantial amount of weight, number one, and get cut. I'm willing to bet, and I think they've done that before. RB says no one that works at McDonald's gives a shit. McDonald's over there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if McDonald's over there, do they? The things are way more expensive, from my understanding. Like McDonald's overseas, I've heard like McDonald's in whenever it's not in the United States, for some reason the prices go up. But then again, you guys also have like cooler shit, so they'll have like local shit that we don't have here for some reason. The closest thing that we have here, it's like, oh, we got pastelitos at McDonald's, but that's not really anything crazy. Whereas they have like fucking different McFlurries, you have different sandwiches, different shit, different meats and stuff, which I've always found interesting. El Gallito says, yeah, a little bit pricier here. Where, California? Huh? I don't go to McDonald's. Ooh. Oh, we have a fucking guy that's too good for McDonald's here. What fast food? Is there any good, worthwhile fast food over there? A 5 pound average for meal and drink. Beer, McDonald's is a thing in some places. That's a crazy one. I also I've heard of the one in California where they have a Red Rooster. Okay, that's funny. I thought you said Red Lobster for a second. I'm like, that's if you're eating at Red Lobster as fast food. They have a Taco Bell that has alcoholic drinks, which to me sounds like a fantasy. A Taco Bell that I could order an actual a liquor, a drink with liquor. That to me it's a fucking dream. But that's in California, unfortunately. And I don't know. To me, California is I'd rather get audited than go to Cali. McDonald's by my house got a thick ass shoddy working there. She like my do-rag too. She told me that. That's how I know. Unlike some of the things I've said here, people didn't tell me. But that, hold up, let me reread that. McDonald's by my house got a thick ass shoddy working here. She like my do-rag too. Oh, she told me that. That's how I know. Unlike some of the things I've said here, people didn't tell me. But thanks. That's tremendous. What I like is there's a TikTok that's a guy trying to pick up a girl, right, at like a fast food place. I think it's a Wendy's. And he goes, hey, man, through the drive-through. He goes, can I get your number? Can I get your number? And she goes, oh, my God, why don't you just pull up? And then he pulls up, and he points to the girl, and he goes, wait, you're Samantha? And she goes, yeah. And then he drives off. Fuck. Could you imagine being that girl? That's rough. If you're like, oh my God, I'm going to pull up some dude. I'm going to pull some guy at the fast food restaurant. And the guy sees you and he drives off. Oh, my God. Poor Samantha. RB says, Wendy's here is an ice cream store. Well, let me tell you, bar none, if I were to be a fat ass here for a second, bar none, Wendy's has the best fast food breakfast. I don't know what they did. I don't know what chemicals they put into the biscuit. I don't know what they did, but let me tell you, my dude, that's quality breakfast. The marketing was on point. The sandwich is on point. I would eat it every day if I wasn't trying to be at a caloric deficit at the end of the day. But it's definitely a tremendous one. It's a treat. I would hit a Taco Bell with an adult menu on a road trip, but I wouldn't go to California if you paid me. Well, one thing that you could do is you could just get like a little fucking, like a little fufu, get one of those little flasks and then order one of the freezes and just, make your own little concoction. You know what I'm saying? I've been big on, when I've drank, I've come up, not I've come up, but a concoction that I call beer mosa. I've drank those a little bit as of late. It's a very simple concoction. It's any beer and orange juice. You're making a mimosa, but with beer. Don't knock it. Don't knock it until you try it, my friends. It's definitely great. El Gaito says you want Wendy's breakfast tomorrow. No, Gaito. I would not want it because of the caloric density of the food. I rather spread my calories out and enjoy, other things rather than wasting it on the morning. I do appreciate it, as terrifying as it may be, to have somebody that knows the exact place that I live. RB says I've made a shandy. Essentially, yeah, some sort of a, citrusy thing, and a beer is a shandy. But I call it a beer mosa just because it's a little bit more classy. It's like it's a mimosa, but instead of champagne, it's fucking beer. Bud Light. With Bud Light, it's actually not that bad. Ken Raymond says, yeah, bro, the Super Size Me guy was all cap. Fuck. He did a little wow there with another Docker interview where someone saying his data was wrong and he didn't actually only eat Mickey D's. But what kind of a retard, right? Goes in there saying, I wonder what would happen to me if I eat McDonald's 3 times a day without counting calories, without caring. And I wonder what's going to happen to my health. Obviously, you're going to have terrible cholesterol. You're going to have heart issues. You're going to have a bunch of problems stemming from that. That's the dumbest shit. But it maybe if he controlled it, but then that wouldn't be interesting of a movie. That wouldn't be a good premise. If he's like, okay, I'm going to eat at McDonald's and pick and choose the things and manage my calories and, maintain protein. But I'm going to do that. That's not a fun documentary. A fun documentary is I'm going to destroy my body. And that's going to be something that people are going to like to watch. And I think he did a 2, Super Size Me 2, but that's not the fucking same. I remember they played that in health class, of all things. Like, yeah, I get it. We're watching a guy kill himself. Let's see. This California, one more time. This blue wrench is going to drop a nigga for a quick 300. Oh, man. That's a lot of ebonics there, my friend. You ate McDonald's every day, only a month, and suffered health consequences. You sure so damn. And then there was this animosity, and it's like, well, obviously, if you eat anything that much, you eat at any restaurant 3 times a day, even a health restaurant, you eat 3 times a day, and you'll get fucked up. If you eat, I can guarantee you, if you go to a salad restaurant and eat 3 times a day, you're probably gonna get fucked up to some capacity. Let's see this one. Low, I could drink with pigs, half coffee and half bush ice. Call it the canoe paddling view. That's tremendous. I'm not a fan of like liquor, coffee liquor. I'm not a fan of that. Liquor, I hardly know her. But I'm not a fan of coffee liquor. I don't like that for some reason. Just the combination is not a good thing to me. I do enjoy combining liquor with other things, but then it becomes too many calories. Like you neglect how much calories is in a shot of liquor, and then even the pineapple ones, the one that I have, which is tremendous. It's like a pina colada one. Fuck, that's tremendous. But each thing is like 210 calories. I'm drinking olive oil pretty much at that point in terms of calories. There was a kid in Wife Swap that only ate bacon and nuggets. For some reason, there's that show on A&E, I believe it's called Obsessed, and there was an episode where an individual only ate fries, and I could not watch that episode without trying to puke, without heaving, for some odd reason, just because I just don't like just seeing the same thing with. I remember when I used to teach, and you always had in class the fucking Takis girl, right, or the hot Cheetos girl. that it's 10 o'clock in the morning and you're in your fucking pajamas in the back of the class eating Takis or hot Cheetos. Like, I would hate to see your fucking bowel movements, but and I would gag whenever they would show me their crusted fingers. Like, I would heave. I don't know why. It's just a disgusting thing. Just seeing the dust on your fucking nasty fingers is enough to get me. So what was the question here about the nuggets or that thing? Like, it just, that alone is fucking gross. If you're a Takis girl, man, you are. I don't even know what to say about your future. I see kids in your future. I see a necklace with your name on it. Your name ends with Lynn, you know, attached to your name. For sure, you have some sort of fucking your your last name ends with an A, but it's pronounced You know, like the last letter is A, but it's pronounced Like, no, dude, gross. But you don't think about the calories when you're only interested in getting drunk. That's a problem, right? That's a problem. And over here we have a thing called moose juice, which some people call jungle juice, but the locals call it moose juice. And it's like 5 different liquors. You see the guy pour all the bottles. It's a Long Island iced tea essentially, but with juice instead of Coke or whatever they use. Um, Here comes Pig Cake about to mention the amount. Mention a woman who died from drinking too much water as an actual intellectual take in regulation to the thesis of Supersize Me. You get him, Pig Cake. I didn't even think of that, you a cunt. I didn't even think of that. All right, you fuck. And I don't like your what is it? Your Brian-like retort there, right? Undermining the intelligence that I have. Okay, I don't like that. Keep that to Brian and the other blue wrench. The hot Cheetos Mexican overdeveloped at a young age at my middle school. Vanessa. Yes, really, not a joke. Got married at 17. Her 2-year-old kid was happy. Yeah, that's the worst part. They have the healthiest kids because they're having kids at their prime. Like, they have the best eggs. So they're churning these kids out, and the kids come out super healthy. But then the kids eventually, even though you had a healthy egg that developed into this child, the kid by the time he's 5 is a refrigerator because all you do is feed him macaroni and Takis, you know. But at least at the babies, you know, when they come out as babies, they're healthy babies. The hot, I don't doubt that. I feel like there's 20 of them at any given moment. 20 of the hot Cheetos Mexican, or here we have, you know, the Cubans or the Central Americans. Kiara was a hot Cheetos girl for show, Lamau. I want to shoot up a school right now. You're gonna be my 15th reason why, El Gallito Bakery. God fucking damn it. I hate that. I hate your references. I hate that you know way too much about me. I don't like that you drop, what do you call this? Things that only I would ever understand. And then you say it just to tell me, hey, man, I know. I know these things. You fuck. Um, what's this? Do you ever do magic trick streams? You know what I should do, right? To copy how Rise Magic got popular, I should do ASMR streams. Then there's also that weird kid that does ASMR magic streams. Like, he goes, and it's the grossest thing because you hear all the mouth clicks, and he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna show you a card trick, and we're gonna show you a card here in the 5 of spades, and we're gonna take the 5 of spades, and we're gonna place it in the middle, and we're gonna snap our finger, and it's gonna come to the top." And he does like 2-hour videos where he just does shitty card tricks for JoJo's ASMR. He's not even good. Yeah, he'll do like one of these, like here's a 4 of clubs. I put it on the bottom. I should do that. I should definitely do that just to get creepy ASMR clicks. But then you're like assuming that I get popular from that. You're gonna subscribe to me because the video's novel and it's ASMR. But then the moment I start talking shit, you're gonna fucking be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna unsubscribe. So it's gonna be the same boat. Tony, I posted a couple things on TikTok. I posted one today, as a matter of fact, with a coffee cup. And then I posted, what do you call this? One a couple of days ago that actually got really good traction. I posted it on YouTube and Instagram and didn't get as much traction. But it was like a joke. It was how to make a card that whistles, right? And of course on TikTok I get like a fucking 100,000 views, whereas on YouTube I get 4 views, and it's like, okay, all right, should I keep doing this? Should I really keep doing this? Not that I listen to ASMR, I just need to appear as a psychopath to my sexual exploits, so I need to be up to date on what psychopaths are like. Thank you for that, top notch. Yeah, but ASMR is a love or hate thing, and for some it's a sex thing. It's also a gross thing. Just listening to like it's always like it's sexualized women that get popular doing ASMR, and they're doing the little taps on a thing, and they're crinkling plastic, and I'm just like, how are people paying you $1 billion to fucking to tap on a microphone? Maybe because you're hot and it's like the simp thing. Um, but it's just to me it's gross. And then the tingles. Are you getting tingles? What? I don't want JoJo, a child, telling me if I'm getting fucking tingles. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, let's see this one. I try to figure out what you're waving around. Is that a fleshlight, lint remover, flip phone, a cabinet hinge? No, this is a Wi-Fi extender that I try to put on this so I could see the stream and see what I'm doing, just to make sure that the Wi-Fi is at least consistent. But when I connect this, Windows says, "Hey, your Wi-Fi is outdated." I'm like, "But why isn't it outdated on this?" So on the network card that's in the laptop, it's not outdated, but it's outdated from this. It's retarded. Would have been my next guess. Yeah, that's what it is. It's good. It's a decent one. I've gotten a couple. This one is the one that's been the most consistent TP link, but it's still not streamable. Like I can't stream off of this. Do something while people might like you. Do something while hot money will come in droves. By the way, I'm gonna send you. Fuck. I fucking take that out. Pig Cake, you ever thought about America's Got Talent? No, not really. I know that people have mentioned it on the live streams, but I've never really been a fan of that. Just because, fuck me. Oh, okay, Gaito, I get it. All right, yeah, now I remember. You fuck. But I don't like those shows. I don't like the format. I don't like the ownership that they pretty much own you. Uh, the contracts you sign, they give you a fucking they give you a what do you call this shit? Like a no compete clause, and you have to give them a percentage of what you make, because the assumption is that every gig you get after that is directly tied to the show. Man, it's not a good one. I'm not a fan of that. But I know that some people have thrived from it. The Penn and Teller one is one that I like as a challenge. I like the idea of what can I do to Penn and Teller to try to fool them. That would be a nice what do you call this? Like a good challenge to have, like as far as trying to come up with a trick that would fool them, or coming up with an act to do that. But I just don't like it. I don't like the format. But I mean, look at for example, Eric Leclerc's channel blew up because of his appearance on that. You need to come out and fool us in whiteface. Yeah, I need to just come up there, just completely painted like Chappelle, when Chappelle Show did the whole whiteface thing. Did you delete your Foolus video? No, it's still there. It should be. Man fools Penn and Teller with a playing card. That was a fucking terrible video. My goodness, that was not even a fun fucking video. Let's see. Yeah, El Gaito's warming up for blackmail. God fuck. El Gaito knows way too much. El Gaito knows way too much, which of course means that my due diligence in trying to maintain privacy has been breached. I'm pretty sure man on the ninth floor would fool them. Well, I've mentioned this before a couple of times, but like it's odd to me that, and if David Roth, of course, passed away, and you shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but he didn't do good on the show, and he fooled them. And there are several people that went on that, like Paul Gertner, that Teller mentioned. Yeah, I have your books and videos, and he goes in and they fool him. It's just a little bit odd. It's obviously well, he did fool him with the update to Unshuffled, which I get would be fooling to somebody that knows the method. But the coin stuff that David Roth was doing, and he was nervous in the video, and who wouldn't be nervous in the video, or appearing on the show, but it didn't seem like a fooling trick. It seemed kind of obvious what was taking place, and he fooled them. And it's like it's good that they're kind of helping their buddies out, but it just seems like it kind of defeats the purpose of the show. But I did not delete my tremendous foolus video where I fooled Penn and Teller with a single playing card. Oh boy, that was rough. Now you got me doing this. Whoever fucking mentioned, have you ever done a magic stream? There's one thing that I hate, especially about conventions, is you try to have a conversation with people, and they're doing this. They're doing this, right? They're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. You're from Miami? That's interesting, man. I'm from Texas. That's cool. Yeah, it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot in Texas, but you manage." In doing what you can with the heat, and it's like what? It's like I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you're out here doing a full phase routine. Another one that I've seen is on the Discord from time to time when I check out the Illusionist Discord. There are people that are talking, and when they're not showing something, they're there like doing like a full, like they're practicing a really complex thing, and I'm like, you're doing that because you want somebody to, say, hey man, what are you doing there? Show me what you're doing. It's a little bit odd. You and Turner could team up to fool them. Turner, man. You know what? I want to team up with a group of like-heighted individuals, and we just ransack that motherfucker, rather than me teaming up with him to come up with a fooling trick. I want to come up with like a group of people that are the same height as me, and we just take them down and teach him what it's like, for making fun of us all the times that he had, motherfucker. But Turner could definitely fuck him up. I don't know why he hasn't done it yet. I guess he's a little bit stingy about appearing on TV, but he could probably, without even much effort, murder them. One that I mentioned in the ACAN video, right, the Burglars effect video, I can't tell you how many times I've tried actively to but to throw him off, right? And I hate to give him any compliment because he's an asshole. He's a piece of shit. And he's also gay. I don't know if he wants people to know that. But he likes, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but he tries not to show it off, but he's gay. And and he man, he's done it a billion times where he goes, just name a card. It's whatever card you want. It doesn't matter that you've named cards before. And, I'm not trying to say anything. And I go, all right. And then I name a card. And he goes, and name a number. And I go, all right, let me try to throw you off. And he does this. You ready? Like this. Right? Like he's not doing anything. He just, at the fingertips, he counts down. And then he turns the card over and does that. And he does it every fucking time. No adjusting, no little, there are times when he shifts and you see him kind of do some crazy shit. But, yeah, man, I don't know. He's done it more times than not. He doesn't have to adjust anything. Sometimes he'll be like, oh, so you named that card, and then he'll do something else. But I can't tell you how many times he's literally held the deck at the fingertips, peeled the cards off one by one, and nailed the perfect any card, any number, without effort whatsoever. So, I mean, there's that. Video you and Joe Rogan. What the fuck? That sounds like you and sounds like a nightmare. Oh, me and Joe Rogan. Okay, beating up Peter Turner because Joe Rogan is literally 5'3". That's the meme that I've heard recently. I've decided not to make fun of your height anymore. Fourth graders are getting offended by the comparison. God damn it! Pig Cake, really? What kind of AIU fan are you? You're supposed to say you're not that. You're supposed to say not that there's anything right with that. I haven't watched enough AIU where I'm familiar with that particular turn of phrase. But there, I like his stuff, but he gets pretty cringy sometimes. Don't get me wrong. His the takes on stuff are usually bang on. But there are some things that he says that I'm like, oh man, like I get it. You're trying to be overly edgy now. You're trying to, push it a little bit too much. But yeah, I haven't seen enough of it to know that, not that there's anything right with that. Such a clever turn of phrase there, motherfucker. Coin magic fooling. Oh, is it in your other hand? I would have never guessed. Yeah, and then I think Roth did his routine where he produces the coins, right, like silver coins, and then he ends up turning the mug over, and they're all copper coins. And it's obvious that it's two way, and then he's throwing, and he's doing Roth stuff, false transfers and Bobo switches and shuttle passes and all this stuff, and he's doing this stuff to Penn and Teller, and they go, I have no idea how you fucking did that, man. That's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I think you guys know. Considering the stuff that hasn't fooled them, that's been a little bit ridiculous. Has Turner ever released his ACAN? He has like 1,000. What do you mean? He has like 1 billion methods of doing it. But I don't know if he's released a couple for sure. The ones on the Penguin stuff, the Penguin Lives, and all that shit. But I don't know if he's released the more recent shit. But I've told him a bunch of times, like, dude, with the trend that is ACAN, you could probably make a substantial killing on that. Just releasing a small project with like 4 or 5 different variations of it, you'd probably kill it. But I don't know. I guess it's also kind of rough because I know that they're kind of backed up with stuff that they're working on that I can't mention. Ramsey cylinder and coins is dope though. Yeah, I know, but and I think Eric Mead was the one that performed that, and he did it great. And there was a couple things, but what it is, it's you have a magician that's doing a whole thing. What's supposed to fool them? Like, I feel like it's supposed to be one specific thing that's like a trick, like a routine. But a lot of magicians are going up there and they're like, oh, watch this. And then Shin Lim, I remember, was a master of this shit, where it's like he has a 10-minute act where he's fucking, the deck turns into smoke, and which part is supposed to fool them? There are certain parts that are fooling, certain parts that aren't. Which part's supposed to be fooling? So I prefer the ones that are one trick and done. Like, I think Eric did it right, where he goes in there and he does one thing, and then that's it. Right? Like, I'm going to do this one trick. I'm going to find this card. Boom. Like, that's what I like. Jay Sankey mentioned inbound. I didn't even think of that. Okay, buddy. I didn't even think of Jay Sankey. But I'm just saying, I feel like the best format in the show is when you have one single trick, one single thing that's subject to fooling them or not, and then you move on. Not this whole thing where you have an act and there's fucking 8 parts, and then at the end, guess what? The person's in the audience. It's like, all right. But I think the Ramsey cylinder part, I think it was one specific part that Eric Mead did that was supposed to fool them. Or I don't know if that was just clever scripting in his part. Because it was a traditional Ramsey approach, like the classic method. So I don't know if that's fooling. It's kind of a classic in Magic for a reason. Everybody fucking knows it. That's been around in coin Magic. That was really virginity. I apologize for the virginity in that. But yeah, that's as far as that Burglars effect one. It's interesting in the writing of that to see that Burglars always has like a shift in method, and you have all these people that hold on to their anecdotes and they hold on to these incidents that took place with Burglars, where it's like, no, he didn't even touch the deck. But then you have footage of him literally fiddling with the cards and looking at them openly and say, mention a card. Oh, the ace of spades. Now mention a small number. Oh, 7. Oh, okay. Couldn't have predicted that one. And let's see if I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay. But you have like a bunch of videos of him doing that, and that's his Burglars effect. That's literally it. But then people refuse to believe that that's the Burglars effect. They want this mystical method just because they're trying to masturbate. That's a lot of M's there, but it just gets annoying. And reading the article, it's even more annoying just because of the comments that I got on that video. Don't call the stream until 9, dude. Your sucralose can wait. What do you mean by sucralose? I don't know if you mean by that. Have you checked out Jabrizi's new stuff? Nope. Let me actually see what he's into. He's doing puzzle not puzzle shit. That's funny. That's the next one that I'm sure he's gonna do. But he's been doing like prank shit, and he has a very attractive. Like the girls that he does his video with are just bang on tremendous. Um, but let me look up on his channel. I don't think he's uploaded anything on his channel in forever. Let's see, Jabrizi Magic. Him looking as fucking weird as weird could be, and by weird I mean gay. So he did ASMR. He did ASMR Magic, and you know what? Hey, people say, "Hey, Pickeg, you and your videos, man. You getting some shitty views." Let me fucking tell you, man. 279,000 subs. 2 days ago, 730 views. 4 days ago, 800 views. 5 days ago, 1,000 views. Like, I don't think I'm too bad. I don't think I'm too bad with my shit. But he's doing an ASMR tricks, ASMR magic tricks with a card. Amazing. Amazing according to who, Jabrizi? Let's see this.
When you're doing an ASMR video, I got a pack of playing cards here. And we're about to get this cracking. The trick is going to be great.
That's fucking too much. Yeah, he's doing ASMR shit right now in this last one, which is kind of funny. I expected Sankey to say, but it's the opposite day when Penn and Teller said they weren't fooled. Top Notch calling him a diabetic. El Gaido sure as hell don't use sucralose. I could see his eyes just by listening to that video. Jabriz is a millionaire according to his Instagram. I don't think so. I don't think he's a millionaire. I don't think he's even close to a millionaire. But I do think he's making a good sum of money. I mean, at least he seems to be. He has a team, right? You're not gonna have a team if you're broke. Like I can't have a fucking team. The fuck. So he's doing something right when it comes to his finances, but I don't see it. Like I don't know how potentially, because his YouTube isn't popping. His Instagram isn't crazy. Whenever he posts something, it gets maybe like 1,000 likes or some shit, maybe 2,000. He'll have one every once in a while that hits like a good rate on Instagram, but I don't see how he's making dough. Like I really don't see it. So there's something else there. What if he's like he just has like a regular job and he saved a lot of money? That would be a fun treat. But yeah, he's doing some tricks. He's doing some weird stuff, some pranks. But I mean, it's not good shit. It's like it's usually store bought shit. It's usually it's never anything like sleight of hand based. Which don't get me wrong, it's not. I'm not saying that it has to be sleight of hand based to be magic, but it's never anything like that. You go, oh, that's interesting. I want to see if I could use that. It's always like viral shit. Like if there's somebody that comes up with like a viral magic trick on like Murphy's Magic, he's the first one to do it. So that fucking shitty trick, selling drugs. Wow, okay. That shows you how not racist I am, by the way. I'm not just not racist, I'm anti-racist. I'm against racism because that would have been easy, right? It would have been easy to say, oh, he sells drugs. I didn't even think that. I didn't even think to say that Jabrizi sells drugs. I immediately went to him having a normal job. That's what I mentally went to. But that stupid trick where it's like, oh, look, watch. And then you turn the M&Ms to like Kit Kats. He did that immediately. Like he did that trick without even the trick even getting fucking sent out yet to people. So that's the sort of shit he does. That's funny. Debris. Okay, you read that one, and then Top Notch. You had a comment there that you deleted, and then only about 13% chance he's selling drugs. No, like a 90% based on the density of and he's from Chicago, which there's like a murder a day, 4 murders a day almost over there, right? Might want to check that out, guys. Murders in, and mass killings, a lot of them happening. Let's see. He hasn't gotten 1 mil views on YouTube since like 4 years, so it's something else. But I just don't know where he gets his shit, man. But he again, not just him flexing, because anybody could flex a car and fake it, and oh, it's your friend's car or you rented it or whatever. You could easily without any money whatsoever, take pictures of you in fancy cars, with fancy cars, driving fancy cars, dressed in like, fancy clothes, without spending a lot of money. You could do that fairly easily. But to have a team that's consistent in his videos, the team isn't working for free, that's for sure, and it's a couple people. So I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't know a lot of people that know him. The only people that I've interacted with that know him say no, he's a retard or this and that. I think there's a little bit more to it that we don't see. I sell drugs. Are you saying I don't have a normal job? Says El Gallito Bakery. Is that a hint, or do you literally mean I sell drugs? Because El Gallito Bakery doesn't sell like Advil and shit. They're not like a pharmacy. Um, so I don't know what you're referring to there, El Gallito Bakery. And I apologize for this virginity in my hands. But somebody mentioned, do you ever do a magic stream? And I guess I just had the card near me, so that's why I'm being virginy. Oh, where are you from? I'm from Florida. Let me see if I can do that. I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida. You know, trying to have a conversation with somebody, literally in the middle of a fucking card manipulation routine. I hate with a passion that Spidey Hypnosis channel. I've messaged Spidey a couple times, back and forth, and he's always been very sweet. He's always been very nice, very supportive in terms of advice, and he's been very nice. So I really can't say anything bad about him, but he does dress a little bit cringe. There's some outfits, and this is coming from a guy wearing a Elizabeth Warren shirt. I think from her. Which campaign is this? I don't know which campaign this is, but so I'm really the kettle calling the pot black here. Um, let's see. Thank you for explaining the joke, El Gallito Bakery. I'm not actually El Gallito Bakery. It's just the username I use to demonstrate that I know your location. Thank you for being so overt with that. It's because doing that from this account is sus. The phrase per capita makes this backwards hat wearing cochino laugh, even out of context given his internet history. Yeah, yeah. You know what? There are certain phrases that you can mention. 13% is one. Per capita is another one that makes me chuckle a little bit. There's a couple things you could say that make me giggle. Just I don't know, just out of tactical laughing my ass, laughing my fucking ass off, just because of those. God damn it! But yeah, that's another thing magicians need to stop. Stop doing a card manipulation act while you're having mid conversation with somebody. You're out there like doing one of these, and even if you're doing it on the Discord, like stop it. Have a normal conversation. Please, I get it. You want to show people what you're working on, but there's a time and place for that. And say, hey, man, I'm working on this. Do you mind checking this out? And, more than enough people will probably say, yeah, man, of course I want to check that out. But if you're trying to have a conversation or people are talking about someone and you're there like doing one of these, let me see if I could do this one. I saw this from, what do you call this? Rocco. Let me see if I could do it. No, how the fuck did he do it? He would produce a card here. And then this one, but oh no, okay. So he would produce this card, and then this card would come here. So he'd be doing it like that. I don't know if I could do it right, but he'd produce two cards like that at once. I don't know how he did it. He's a fucking. I'm sure he's on every type of drug. Speaking of Rocco, I want to make a video on Magicflix, right? And I hit up Sleight of Tongue, who's one of my favorite channels, and it kind of sucks that he hasn't put a video. And we're talking about it, and there's a whole legal issue, and I really want to work on a video on Magicflix, and I've heard some mixed experiences with it on Magicflix, and I really do think it's a shit show. And they have all this marketing push. Initially they had like a whole party and stuff, and I think it's probably one of the most interesting things that have come up, just in a sense of a clusterfuck. But I think it's a deep dive video that I want to get into, but that one's going to take a little bit of research, some effort. I've emailed some people that are in it, just to make sure that I get the whole God, I just read something that it's questionable, if I could even say it out loud, top notch. But I want to do one, and I don't know if anybody's had experience with Magicflix. If you're watching this sometime after, leave a comment below as to your experience with Magicflix. I'm trying to get some information on that and see what people have to say in regards to it. To the regular person, the phrase, the man, okay, to the regular person, the phrase, he wasn't jogging, doesn't make them smile, withholding laughter. Pig cake is truly unique in this particular aspect. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's great. Fucking Christ. And I says one of the reasons I don't like card magic is awkward to come out as a show off, but a bad one that's shy and nervous. Yeah, it's much more natural to take out your black coin purse from Illusionist. I don't think it has Illusionist put. All coin purses are black, first of all, but I don't think Illusionist has put out like a. They have the squeeze one, and they have that the quiver one, right? But I don't think they've come out with like that's not an edgy one. Like an edgy one would be like, oh, it has a chain on it. Like it's a purse, but it has a chain on it. It's a little bit grunge, you know. That one would be like a little bit of an edgy one. They haven't come out with that. They had the black sponge balls from years ago, which I thought was the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's do Jabrizi SMR, the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. Speaking of, look at how much look at the virginity here. This is how you know when you have one of these lying around. A Sonata gimmick, right? That's how you know that you've reached the epitome of virginity when it comes to magic tricks. When you have a Sonata gimmick, which is essentially meant to produce sponge balls. It's designed to produce silks, like, you know, from empty hands. This is how you know that you've essentially reached peak magic virginity. Let me see if I could do this. Oh, okay. I don't know if this, yeah, this might be a little bit too hard. I don't know if I could do this with this sponge ball. But essentially it's this, yeah, look at that. You know what it looks like? If I do this, it looks like, yeah, like you shaved everything but your balls, right? So you have everything that you shaved, but you still have like a bunch of hair on the outside because you only shaved this front part. That's what this looks like. So I can't produce that. Sonata gimmick is, Colin Cloud uses it as a instant stooge thing where he does a bookless book test, which is a very interesting way of using a gimmick, right? I think he used that on Penn and Teller, but he didn't fool them. Funny enough, Bill Goldberg. I'm glad that not only you spend time working out and giving the Undertaker a concussion in Saudi Arabia, but you also find ways to know about Sonata gimmicks. That's the lamest what's the lamest magic prop in your opinion? Well, I mean, lame, because by nature this is pretty lame, right? This is pretty fucking lame, because its main purpose is to produce silks and sponge balls from empty hands. So that's kind of lame, but you can't see it. So is it really lame? Like, to me, a lame gimmick would be something you could see, like a purse, a little sleeve that you. You know what is the absolute worst? Card sleeves to me are the worst, because not only do you have cards on you, you also have a sleeve that you have your cards in to take it out. Like, that's too much to me. This is MAGA country. 2 dudes and negative 21 temperature at 2 in the morning. Oh, I'm like, this is how. For a second, I'm like, did you get a video of? No, but that's a reference to my favorite person in the planet, Juicy Smollett, which I think he sued. He countersued the police department or the DA for accusing him of lying under those circumstances that they found they threw bleach on him. Like, what kind of a movie sort of rendition of what you think is taking place in the country do you think is going on when, you know, people are waiting for you? Which, by the way, I don't think a lot of people know who he is, right? Like, I don't think people knew who he was in mass until he came out with all these allegations. But they threw a noose around his neck. They chlorined him. And, you know, it was 2 white guys, according to him. And then The camera footage ends up revealing that it's two of the most jacked African guys I've ever seen in my life. I think they're African, like African, like Nigeria African. The most jacked dudes that pretend to jump this guy, and it was just a whole shit show. And I can't believe that thing is still, people are still talking about it. But now I'm thinking of like lamest magic props, man. Oh, fuck. Like maybe a wallet, like a shitty wallet with like gold trimming on it. Like, I don't understand how magicians could take that on and be like, here's my ordinary wallet. And you have this thing with gold lining on it. And it's like, okay, buddy. I know you bought that in the fucking Casa de los Trucos. Hey, Pig I'm trying to have a good, safe 4th of July. You want to kick back and relax, fly out to Chicago this 4th of July weekend? Yeah. Yeah. I remember. I don't want to. I don't want to mention anything here that fucking El Gallito Bakery might come out and say, "Oh, hey, ho, ho, you mean this person?" But my mom swore that every 4th of July, here, people would fucking people would shoot in the middle of the street. They would just aim in the middle of the street and just do this every 4th of July. That's what my mom and grandmother swore back in the day, which I just found really funny because no, they don't do that here. They don't even do this here in most of the neighborhoods. My phone battery's low, gotta go. Cards are the lamest prop. Depends on how you use them. If you go, hey, would you like to see a card trick? Then yeah, they're pretty lame. ¿Qué pasó? I'm not even gonna address that, El Gallito Baker. I'm not even gonna fucking address that. He ruined his career and made it easier to hide real hate crimes. Yeah, he did. That's kind of the shitty part as to what he did, because he did it to try to push up his failing career, and because of that, it ended up being it's like he undermined the importance of true crime and kind of shat on that. But people still defend him, which is kind of odd considering all the fucking the fucking camera footage that came out, all the information. And what would have been bad is, imagine had they arrested two people that fit the description of what he said happened, and it would have been two people that were literally the complete opposite of the ones on the footage stomping on him. Or thank you for that. Yeah, I get what you mean. A life 45, is that the body count in that particular city that you're referencing? Sonata might be cool with a well-exercised muscle pass. I wouldn't use it in a larger routine. Could you imagine? Are you talking about this? Like muscle passing this? I don't know what you're referring to. A Sonata gimmick would be cool with that. I think the best use of that is that Colin Cloud idea of using this as like a bookless book test. I thought that was the most interesting approach, just because it uses the prop in a different way. It's not necessarily like using it for the original intended use, and you have a good function for it. So, but you know what? It's been 2 hours. It's almost 9. So I think this has been a good stream. We've talked about many things. Jussie Smollett, right? Let me, as a matter of fact, open up a link here so I could link the things in the description section. Pig cake dumpster video, where I mentioned several videos here. Pig cake dumpster. I hate this fucking keyboard. Get brand new videos in any dumpster. That was 4 years ago. Holy shit. So I mentioned that video. What else did I mention? I know I mentioned some other stuff that I want to add to the description section. So I'm adding that. Dumpster video. And like an idiot, I decided to turn off the fucking stream here. Tremendous. Let me go back to the stream so I can look at the live chat. But I mentioned that one. I forgot what else I mentioned. I know that I said some other videos that I was going to put in the description section. Let's see. Chipotle is overrated. Changed my mind. I like the difference between top chat and live chat. Live chat is lit, and top chat is kind of like neutered. He described 2 regular Joe schmoes from America. Turned out it was straight out of fucking Wakanda. Jesus. 2 guys that definitely did not skip gym day. But I mentioned a dumpster video. So videos mentioned. I should see, I'm doing this now so I don't forget. Videos mentioned. I think I mentioned another channel, the ASMR stuff. You forget a lot of things you mentioned, but I'll never forget. Thank you for that, El Gaito. I'm really glad you never forget because that just keeps me on the toes when I decide to sleep at night. Keeps me on my toes. Uh, I also remember a lot of things you don't mention. God fucking damn it. I'm trying to see. Let me go back here. What did I say? I know that I mentioned something in particular when it comes to a video, but I'll go back on the stream and I'll see what I said. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching, man. Check out the videos that I put this week. Right, tomorrow I have another tutorial that I'm putting up here on YouTube. I have a Q&A video going up on Patreon, which should be a fun one. I have Ms. Gibbons demonstrated in Eubonics. The pen. Jesus fucking Christ. What else did I know that I have a couple things planned. I have another thing planned, another specific video talking about I want to do this format of video, talking about all the fucking stupid Satan comments that I get on a day-to-day basis, because that's still happening. But that's it. Make sure to always, I don't know, check your rear mirrors before you leave, right? Before you kind of like exit, check your rear view mirror. I have to turn the stream off. I can't end the stream from here. I have to literally walk all the way there. So yeah, I guess on the way there, I'm gonna, chat, I guess. So you kind of see this is the illusion of my setup here is ruined. I'm literally sitting on the floor. But then again, I've had to end all the previous streams like this, so it's not like a new bit here, right? So it's not anything unique. But yeah, make sure to always look both ways before you leave your house. If you're on a motorcycle, especially, make sure your lights work. Make sure your tail lights works. That's also important. But apart from that, man, see you guys. Joe Biden likes kids.